What is going on YouTube? Hitting back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically in today's video, we have to talk about obviously what happened over the past couple of days. So we saw 2 days ago, October 13th, the inflation data for CPI, the CPI core inflation, so on and so forth, come out for September. We got it October 13th for September here, and we saw some pretty interesting things happen. Immediately when the news dropped here, we saw cryptocurrency nosedive, straight dive bomb to the downside here, seeing pretty much major dips all the way to bottom support here. But then towards the end of the day, and we started to realize, like, hey, as I was making the video 2 days ago, we started to see the prices actually start to trickle back up. And we're like, this might be just some really crazy information manipulation happening, but we might not actually be closing below these major support levels, causing us to short. So I was like, let's just keep an eye on this, and by tonight, which was the 13th, by the 13th, if we close the daily below these supports, we would be buying in and longing to the upside, or buying in and longing to the upside. And if we close below, sorry, I think that's what I said, sorry, it's early here. If we close below the supports, we need to buy in and short to the downside here. So had we have closed as we were doing here, let's say right over here, we knew to buy in and short. If we decided to close back above, which is what we did right over here, we could buy in with anticipation of longing it to the upside here, so on and so forth. And this carried itself with a lot of these cryptocurrencies here. Fast forward to today, and now we're seeing a lot of this sideways consolidation as if nothing ever happened, which is pretty crazy. So we do have to talk a little bit more in depth about this in a second with you guys. With that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, top 10 cryptocurrencies, everything is pretty much consolidating once again. We're back down 1.88%, and you can see just as quickly as we exploded to the upside here, to the upside, we're now all the way back down practically at the same levels that we were trading at before all this manipulation happened due to the inflation data. Now, why we decided to reverse all the way back up is shocking to me. And remember, we did cover a few articles which talked about the fact that people just think the markets are so exhausted that they're pretty much holding on for dear life right now, and that we pretty much might not be going much lower here, with the thoughts that maybe inflation has peaked at its highest point, and with the fact that the guess that we had in regards to how low we would correct was pretty dead on with what we actually got. So there's a lot of information as to why inflation could have corrected back to the upside. A lot of guesses here. Nobody knows for sure exactly why. Some people are saying it has to do with the earnings reports that came out, but I mean, for just as many positive earnings that came out, we had just as many negative ones. So I'm not entirely sure that's the reason here. If you guys have any idea as to why we maybe saw that reversal, please do feel free to let me know down in the comments. But right now, we're starting to see that everything that pumped up is now pumping back down. Just like we saw on XRP here. We saw, we had this beautiful symmetrical triangle we were tracking here. We broke bullish, and we discussed that, hey, we just retested overbought. There's a big chance now that we're most likely going to correct back to the bottom support here, down to this, what was once a resistance here for a very long time, is now most likely going to act as a support and carry XRP to consolidate, lower ourselves, and then give us room to either trend sideways or slowly start to lift up. And I am a strong believer. And a lot of people were saying, oh, we're going to see some bullish runs. You're now saying, first you're saying you're bearish, now you're saying you're bullish. Which one is it? You just said earlier that markets are going to dip and we're going to keep going downwards, but now you're saying the opposite. So again, to clarify, I do not in any way believe that we are in a bull market, to say the least, but to see a 5, 6, 7, 10% run doesn't clarify us or classify us in a bull market. But I do believe we could see a run like this. Then, eventually we're going to come back down. So don't believe or don't think that we're in a bull market just yet. And because I say, we're going to see a rally up, doesn't necessarily mean we're going to see, a bull market. And you can see here a small rally like this, 5%. Is a 22% rally. It's so tiny, but it's 22%. You leverage this, you can make a ton of profits. Hence why I say like a major run is coming, so on and so forth here, which is truly where I believe, XRP is going to be moving to. I truly believe we're going to see soon a bounce off and a swing back to 60 cents shortly, as we start to play out with these cryptocurrencies and these markets, specifically the S&P 500. But right now, because we're bouncing off this support, I do believe we are going to kind of reverse upwards. The 13th was pretty wild. We saw a major dump to the downside here when inflation came out. By the end of the day, we closed right at the line here, right at support here. And then yesterday and today, we saw some interesting things. Immediate reversal off this, closed right back down to where we were the previous days, and here we are just flatlined trading sideways. Ethereum looks a little bit better because it fell originally below our major support level, our uptrend and our price floor. We fell right below here, reversed all the way back up, closed right here. We bought in for a longed it to the upside, took our profits the second we hit top resistance, and here we are back down to the support here. So truly, markets are going crazy, specifically for Ethereum too, but I do believe that we are going to continue to play this out here, and I do believe Ethereum is destined to see another pump, a little pump back to the upside here at 1330 and staying at 1330 for a little bit longer than just one day like we did yesterday, or just a few hours like we did yesterday. And I don't think that's something to really overlook. I really don't think this was meant to happen here. I think we were mainly just trending sideways, but with the flash that we had, it pushed us all the way up the other way too. But now that we're back in line here, I still stick with my idea that we're probably going to bounce off this and kind of swing to the upside. I think things are starting to look bullish, slightly starting to look bullish here. You can see the major save that we had over the past couple of days here within Bitcoin here. The 13th we dumped below here. We discussed that if we closed below this support here, it was going to look really bad for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin would most likely then, after closing below its beautiful descending fractal here that we've had forming since, we could go back all the way into 2021 here. How did we close below here? It would have been expected that we would fill the gap like this. We had this beautiful descending fractal here. Here we are retesting top resistance. We break bearish. This is where we're heading to. So it was a little worrisome to see how we were trending yesterday and the day before on the 13th here. But the fact that we actually managed to close this above here was huge, because for the past couple of days, we've been trending right on this support. We've been retesting this resistance here. And finally, after 2 or 3 days of major, reversals and swings and uncertainty, we've actually managed to start to trend outside this downtrend, which is huge. So the goal is we can just continue to consolidate inside this channel here, and then I think we might be ending the bear market, and we could be starting the uncertainty market, which does give us a little more volatility, and that could easily swing us up to $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, not all-time highs, but maybe half of it. Maybe we go up to $40,000 or $50,000, and that could allow us to make tons of profit in the time being before the bull market actually comes. So the fact that we're starting to see these candles start to trend outside this beautiful descending fractal is a huge possibility, is a huge, benefit to the way these markets are trending. If we look at the weekly, though, we don't look the best here, mainly because you can see, for the most part, we're starting to battle this resistance, and we're not looking too good as to closing above it here. But hopefully, as time moves on over the next couple of days, the prices can actually start to trend outside of it in this channel over the next couple of days, weeks, so on and so forth, and we could start to break a new path and break a new pattern outside this major bearish downtrend, and we could start to trend up. That's the goal here, because we've had this major negative resistance, this purple downtrend on us for the longest time, and it's done nothing but pretty much push the price of Bitcoin lower and lower and lower. As for the S&P, which closed where it opened here, it's quite unfortunate, but we're literally back down to where we started. It just seems like the markets do not want us to move higher. There's a lot of people liquidating out positions here. The fact that we tapped the level that mainly, we haven't been down to, this is new lows here, it pretty much filled whatever puts that were open, and then we shot all the way back up, and here we are back down to the same level that we started at. So it seems like markets are pretty much ignore everything that happened over October 13th, October 14th here. We're pretty much back to where we started with the same idea. Hey, we're near oversold. Hopefully we can start to reverse out of this. That's the goal that we're trying to push here, because for right now, we've pretty much reversed and erased all, profitable trades and everything that's happened over the past couple of days. Remember, guys, we could do these trades all on Bityard, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. You can buy, long, sell, short your favorite cryptocurrencies, including XRP, which not many other exchanges offer, and you get to long, short, like I said, leverage, and the best part is they even offer a demo account. Once you click derivatives, go to CFDs right here, or you don't even need to, but yes, you would go to derivatives, CFDs, click on any of these, and then you can literally click demo account here, and then you get $100,000 in Monopoly money to test your skills. Best part is if you sign up with the link down in the description, click on mystery box after you sign up, and then you could get free crypto just like that. Tap that, and you get multiple ways to get some free crypto. With that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.